The context here is the world is changing rapidly, and so as those solutions that were supposed to be in everyday life within the organization, those are also changing. And I have been interacting with SAP, especially SAP Waldorf, for the past 18 months or so, very closely. Spent probably around 4 months or so in the last 18 months in Waldorf itself. What is Waldorf? Waldorf is the headquarter of SAP and where everything happens. Probably about 15,000 people work there. And then their largest other development center is in Bangalore, where probably about 11 to 12,000 people work there. So that's the workforce of those two development centers. So SAP Waldorf has been, epicenter of SAP's development since decades. Probably 50 years they completed last before year or last year they completed 50 years. So this solution has been in the market and it has been rapidly growing as well. So before diving into that, what is an ERP? I can give an example of it. I can do that, but what I did is I'm using again, Gemini to actually give the answers. Why I'm using this practice is that everybody should learn how they can get the right information from the right Gen AI tools that are around us. So I just simply ask what is an ERP, and you can see ERP definition, purpose of it. It has given that, and this is just an example. You can use Gemini or Grok or any of the Chat GPT or whatever DeepSeek. There are several Gen AI models that you can use, but I encourage people to learn directly firsthand from these Gen AI applications whenever they have a curiosity of learning something. That's the reason I use this method. So we all know that ERP is an enterprise resource planning system that is required for small businesses, medium businesses, as well as the large enterprises as well. Without the ERP, they won't be able to collaborate, coordinate, and deliver what is needed. Now, when we talk about ERP systems, we have several functions within that, such as you have financial systems, then we have the HR management, which is human resources, then we have sales or customer support, customer excellence, somebody calls. Or it could also be supply chain management, it could be asset lifecycle management, it could be manufacturing, it could be shipping, logistics, several of those things. And not every business requires all of these, but there are certain businesses that require all of this, and there are certain businesses that require, quite a few of these. Now, let me give you some examples of it. Let's suppose we are running a manufacturing unit. Let us suppose we are running a manufacturing unit that produces some variety of products. It could be maybe the cool drinks, or it could be probably just the water bottles, or it could be some of the snacks it is producing. When we talk about this, again, why I'm trying to explain this context is where you should actually focus from the ERP perspective. What are those learning areas that we need, or learning journeys that we need to build? That's the reason I'm focusing on this. So if you have a manufacturing unit of doing that, what do we need? We definitely need people, which means that we need HR module to manage it, because we need to control the payroll of it. We need to ensure that what is the productivity of each resource what we have, what are the skill sets of it, what compensations that we are going to pay, what are the benefits of that. You cannot manage all of this in Excel if you have hundreds of people working for you, or hundreds to thousands of people. So you need a system, and in that case everybody goes for an ERP system. Now, since this is a manufacturing facility, whenever you are producing something, you need a lot of raw material. Now, raw material, such as procuring it from the farmers, procuring it from other companies, procuring the packaging from other companies, which means that you need a procurement department, which means it's a supply chain management. And now within supply chain management, we have always inbound and outbound. Inbound is something that you bring it into the company from a supply chain perspective. Outbound is something that you actually take it out of the company. So now in case of inbound, all the raw material packaging stuff and all of that is inbound. And what is outbound? Outbound is shipping those finished products to the market. That's outbound. So supply chain always has got, inbound logistics as well as outbound logistics. Again, can we manage all of this in Excel? Probably not. So you need an ERP system for that. Now, the manufacturing facility would, in this era would be automated, which means that it would be, highly sophisticated, assets connected with each other, which is a production pipeline. You could have many production lines there. So production line is nothing but all the relevant assets that are connected to deliver a product packaged, so that it can be sold. That's what is a production line. Now, as part of the production line, you would have several machines interconnected with each other, which means that those machines could also go wrong, or those machines also need maintenance of it. Those machines also need repair of that. Those machines also need overhauling of that, cleaning of that, which means that asset management is something that is required. And which means, again, in turn, we need to understand what is the construction of that particular asset, what are the bill of materials of that asset, what are the spare parts that are available in the asset. Again, engineering thing, but you need an ERP system. Apart from that, if you are selling all the products, okay, what is the marketing strategy for that? Where must it be shipped? And how we must sell it? What is the pricing strategy for that? What is the shipping, routing of it? Which means you need ERP. So I gave you, just one example of manufacturing unit, why we need ERP systems. Now, from the same perspective of it, then if today Imad is talking about only SAP, are there any other ERP systems? Yes, there are several other ERP systems. Let us just ask this, and you could also do this, but again, I wanted it to be more interactive. That's the reason I'm adapting this method. What are the top 10 ERP solutions? Now, if I ask this, you would see that it comes up with different solutions, such as it says SAP S4 HANA, Oracle ERP, Microsoft Dynamics, Sage, Infor, Epicor, Acumatica, Odoo, IFS, Deltek. These are the ones. Now I can also refine this question to say that for the SMBs, which is small and medium businesses, what are the popular ERP systems? What for the large or medium to large organizations? For the extra large organizations, what are the businesses? What are the ERP solutions, for those businesses? The answer would differ. However, if you look at it, SAP would always stand one or two when it comes to medium to large to extra large organizations. Oracle is still leading in terms of its popularity, in terms of its vast install base, but SAP is not very long behind. So SAP and Oracle are the two systems that are widely adapted by the large organizations. And if it is to do with discrete manufacturing, if it is to do with some industry specific solutions, SAP always stands out because of its industrial portfolio of that. So now probably you might have got the context why I am today going to give insights on SAP. And also, when SAP was competing with Oracle, there was a huge gap between them 10 years ago. 10 years ago, probably there was a gap of revenues of probably more than 50 billion in between them. That was the difference. But now if you look at between Oracle and SAP, it's not too much of that gap. Probably 20-25 billion is the difference between both the sales of revenues of both Oracle and SAP. So SAP is leading. We also have been integrating our solutions with SAP for close to 2 decades. We have also integrated our solutions with Oracle as well for master data, and we have done it also with Microsoft Dynamics, but more so with SAP than anything else. That's also something that I wanted to mention why I'm choosing SAP as today's session. Now, if you look at SAP, they kept it very simple. If you really look at their website, if you look at their learning journeys, if you look at their help, it's quite simple and they kept it open for all. Now, in certain cases, if you have to learn something, probably you have to pay certain fees or you need to be a member of it, but majority of the learning on SAP can be done without even paying anything. So there are several free courses. Earlier there used to be a different portal, but now it is a different portal. I'm going to walk you through that. What is it? So what SAP is calling themselves now, if you look at it, they call their ERP as SAP Business Suite. And this is straight away. You can go to sap.com, and throughout this session, I'm going to be directly logging on to the website or the URLs so that you can follow and you can also go through it rather than a presentation. Now, SAP Business Suite, if you look at it, um, that's the cloud ERP. That is how also they refer. For them, SAP strategy is AI first, suite first. That's their you know approach. That's their strategy. What does it mean? It means that anything and everything that they deliver out of their solution, AI is something that they are going to focus on. And everybody is doing that. Oracle is doing that. Microsoft Dynamics is doing that. Everybody is doing that. IBM is doing that. AI first. But what I have seen with SAP is that there are a lot of AI use cases that are embedded within the solutions that can be configured, that can be deployed by even the users with intermediate experience as well. You do not need expertise level as well. So that's the reason I feel that their AI first strategy is really flourishing, and it's going to flourish further because they also have changed their entire thinking around AI in terms of they would like to be called as a software company rather than a business company or business suite company. Now, if you look at their stack, this stack is something that I will just explain that and then we move on. If you look at this stack, I just want to check, is this visible to everybody? I'm not seeing. Dr. Abrar Sab, is my screen visible, or anybody can, if you can confirm? Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Right.
it's visible.
Okay. Right. Thank you. So now, if you look at SAP stuff, uh, the bottom layer there, what you see is called SAP BTP, Business Technology Platform. Why did they brought in this technology platform? Because earlier, if you talk to some of the consultants earlier, it was really a highly technical platform where you had to build certain things. It was truly a cumbersome platform, and they got rid of that, and they have now SAP Business Technology Platform, wherein this business technology platform has got several components that are interconnected, and it does not need lot of programming skills as well. Those can be learned very very quickly, so you don't need lot of effort, as long as you understand those basic principles of um, core principles of development and core principles of building the applications. And on top of that, you have SAP business applications. We'll just quickly deep dive into that. And on top of that, you have the SAP business data cloud, and that business data cloud is also a new product that they launch only this February. They announced this business data cloud, and that also has got lot of capabilities in terms of how SAP would like to aspire to become a software company rather than just a ERP company. And then on top of everything is SAP Business AI. Now, if you look at this particular stack of it, it has got everything. So underneath a technology, underneath the applications, you have the technology platform. On top of that, you have all the analytics. On top of that, you have the business AI. They are calling it as a business AI, which is also agentic AI. They have their own copilot called Joule and other stuff. Now let's quickly look at business suite capabilities of it. If you take the product tour, what it has these modules. Now, if you look at these, there are several modules here. Now, let us just quickly go through that. You have finance, you have supply chain management, spend management, human capital management, customer experience, information technology. Those are the things that we have. Now, within the finance as well, I'm just going to give the overview of it. And because I wanted to touch all the different modules what we have within the SAP's cloud ERP, and people might have different interests. Somebody might have interest in finance, somebody might have interest in supply chain, somebody might have in spend management or human capital or customer experience or information technology. That is the reason I just wanted to touch each one of them. Now when we talk about finance, there are a lot of different things, and if you look at this screenshot, smart prediction, which is again coming from a data perspective, analytics perspective, and also AI perspective. uh, so that's the finance module what we have. And then if you go to the supply chain management, entire supply chain, be it the spare parts, be it the services of supply chain, or be it sourcing, be it procurement, all of those things are as part of the supply chain management. Okay. And then bill of materials and maintenance and of all of that is as part of the supply chain management. And then if you go into the spend management, from where are you going to buy these products, who are those particular vendors from whom you can buy. So it's like a marketplace is also available as Ariba is one of the products. There are several products. We might not be able to cover all the products because it's a vast product portfolio of SAP, but you can see it's modern applications. We are not seeing some of those applications that were 10 years ago. Those were very popular. The UI wasn't great, and ABAP coding and WebDin Pro coding and all of that. So they also improved on that. And now when we come to the HCM, human capital management, then we have in this case success factors is one of their solutions, but there are other solutions as well. So they have the solutions as part of the HCM as well. And then they also have something as part of the customer experience as well. Now, when it comes to customer experience, how does customer, buy a product, or how does customer, manages their relationship with other customers in turn? All of that is embedded into customer experience. And then information technology, when we talk about information technology, we have, like I said, BTP is one of the technology platform, but they also have something called Business Accelerator Hub. And here I must really, applaud SAP that all the integrations, they brought it into a single repository wherein you can actually connect to do the integrations with SAP systems. So that's actually a great platform, Business Accelerator Hub. We as PiLog are heavily using that for all the integrations of it, and there are also a lot of different connectors that you can connect to. So more of it, if you look at it, they are trying to bring everything to a platform wherein you can learn faster, you can apply faster, you can deploy faster, and you can have the sustainable applications. Very recently they have also, I mean last year, they have also launched some of the simplest building application building platforms such as SAP Build Workflow, SAP Build Automation. Those are the three different products that they brought in, wherein with just a few clicks you would be able to develop some of the applications. And what are the different stacks that they support, and then their workflow management and all of that as well. This is the build process automation, the one that I just mentioned. So those are the products. You can just quickly create the workflows and deploy them, or integrate it with other products. That is how it is now. But now if you look at the products, you have several products now. Business applications, There are several business applications. I'm telling you, we will have really a what do I say? We need a session of hours to go through all of these applications. So let's just take supply chain planning. If we now look at supply chain planning, we have integrated business planning. This is one of them. Then we have production scheduling, supply chain collaborator, and all of these things are there. So there are several products. Anyway, my intent was not to orientate products, but to just give you what SAP is doing and why there are several opportunities within SAP. Now let's just quickly go to the supply chain planning of it. Before that, I want to show you one more slide so that you understand. I hope you can see this screen now. I just change it. So this is just a simple slide that showcase SAP Cloud ERP. This is the business technology platform, and on top of that we have the Cloud ERP, and then Business Data Cloud is another one. Then financial management, spend management, supply chain management, capital management, HCM, customer experience, and on top of that you have industry specific solutions are there, and then the agents. If some of you can recall, a couple of months ago, I have spoken about AI agents, and they have already implemented AI agents. We have also implemented several of the AI agents, but those are the AI agents that are there. And then on top of all of that is their co-pilot. So their co-pilot is actually connecting everything that is underneath it. And this is if you can just remember this, that would be great. And then the other one that I would like to mention here is that the supply chain management, because we as PiLog are working heavily in supply chain management. There are different products from IPD, which is intelligent product development or integrated product development, to IBP again, this is a planning for the planning of any of the materials and the supplies, and then business network for procurement, operate, service. This is highly technical products. I mean, products that somebody would like to truly master them. But what is the journey map for that? So from this perspective, I have actually curated something. Let us just go back to yeah, there are some questions. I'm going to come back to you guys. So I'm back here. Now let's just look at how are we going to learn through this. This is the URL that I'm going to copy and paste in the chat. Please make note of that. Now let's suppose somebody would like to learn a specific thing. Let us just go back. Let me just reload this page. If I reload this page, this is how it looks like. There are different learning journeys. Okay. 163 results. You can type in here, or you can go to the product categories and say that, no, I would like to probably learn as part of business technology platform, data and analytics. Let's just take this one now for now. The moment you choose that, you have all your learning journeys here. For whom? You can see available for consultant, available for administrator consultant, here available for administrator, architect, consultant. And if you would like to again filter it down, you can also filter by the role. So if you are an administrator, what are the learning journeys for you? Or if you are an architect or business user consultant, data analyst, developer, what are those learning journeys for you? So all these are the learning journeys. Now let's just take, if you are a data engineer, S4 HANA, let's take this one. The moment you click on it, it will tell you what is the learning journey for that. It's a theoretical exam. Okay, to appear for an exam, which is, if it's a SAP certified, then you need to pay. But if it is just a simple learning course, then it is free. Now, if you look at this journey, you would become SAP Certified Associate Data Engineer for SAP S4 HANA, and that's their latest database. So it has got these courses. You can see there is free. Those are the two courses. One is 4 hours, the other one is 14 hours. When I click on provisioning data, it comes up with what exactly is the learning objectives of it, your current experience, and this is at an intermediate level. Roles, this will fit data scientist and data analyst, and what are the prerequisites for that. You can see also everything, course content is there, live sessions, everything unit wise is there. And then what are the relevant live sessions, that's also been mentioned here. So you can start with that immediately. You don't need anything else. You can start with this. Now let's just go back. Learning journeys. I say no, I don't want that, but probably I would like to be in supply chain management and supply chain planning. The moment you say that, it again, this is available for consultants, and this is purely very technical, intelligent asset management. Most of my team members have done this, or some of them are busy doing this, because this is what is one of their fastest selling applications, and that's the reason we are trying to we are really trying to learn from this. Now, in the same way, you can go through all of this, but in the same way, let's just take another one, simple stuff, ERP and finance. Somebody would like to learn about what is exactly SAP S4 HANA Cloud and what are the different roles that are available. Those are the different roles. You can also see here. How do you do that? How do you implement it? How do you navigate SAP success factors? There are a lot of these applications. Analytics Cloud. Again, this is something that's also gaining a lot of popularity. You go there. Introduction. You have a video. You can go through all these videos. Um, and then you can deep dive. It all depends on how much time and effort and what is the appetite that one has. If you have right appetite, you would be able to go through it and become a consultant. You really do not need lot of external advice on this, because SAP has framed it in such a way that it's everything is available for you with a click of a button. Now then, let me also show you something else as well. There is other one which is called learning.sap.com. This is also something that I would like you to have. I'm just putting it in the chat. Very simple URLs, so those are not complicated to remember. Now here, what would you like to learn today? If you say Mastering SAP Analytics Cloud, when you click on it, it takes you to Master Analytics Cloud learning outcome. How do you start? What are the courses that you must take, and what are the relevant courses? So guys, and what are the products or the roles that is applicable? Data analyst, consultant, business user. One can easily understand, you really don't require lot of what you say investment, except for your interest, except for one's appetite. You will be able to actually gain a lot more insights into these learning journeys. And then if let's suppose that on any particular product that you have um, queries, help.sap.com. It's a global help available for everybody. Now, if you go to help.sap.com, then you have SAP, by categories and all of these, you can learn through it. Now, let's just look at what is SAP Business Data Cloud. You can ask all the questions, it comes up with that. SAP Business Data Cloud, and you can see last updated August 29th. So why I'm not showing any slides is because it actually is better to directly log on to that. So what is that business data cloud, and what are the different applications in that? How do you add it? And there are some quite good number of live demonstrations as well as part of that. you know so how do you configure, how do you do that? And the good thing is that most of these can also be subscribed as well. If let us suppose you really would like to have a hands-on their systems, you can subscribe to it. It is not very expensive. You don't need to have this ERP installed within your server. You can log on to their servers and you can subscribe to their service, which is cloud service, and then you can go there. Let me just go back. Now, if somebody would like to learn what is SAP Jewel, Jewel is their co-pilot, SAP Jewel, Jewel for consultants. How is it? And it tells you what are the key capabilities for that. Getting started with Jewel, how do you start it? Yeah, using SAP Jewel. I can tell you that there is no other company that is keeping their documentation as relevant, as latest. As that of SAP. Probably there are only hardly two or three organizations that are managing it, but SAP is one of them who manages all the documentation really up to the latest and relevant. Now, using Dual for mobile devices, how do you do that? Integration guides, how do you integrate it? And you can go into the deeper of it. How do you do that? Uh, Initial setup, how do you do? So most of the stuff, it is available and it is free. You do not have to pay anything, but what we have to do is we need to commit. What is it that we would like to learn? Once we commit to what we would like to learn, then you would be able to learn that in no time. Just to give you also a context, last year, November, December, we at our organization, we said that we definitely would like to become champions. We would like to have certified consultants within ourselves. We had earlier certifications, but not the latest certifications. We started with that. Now we have about 14 to 15 consultants who are SAP certified, and then we have about 45 plus resources who have completed several of the courses. So if you are committed and if you feel that yes, this is the journey that I would like to take forward for my career path, then I don't think that there's another better place where you can start as easy as that of SAP. And if you feel that no, I would like to build AI stuff, and SAP has got AI stuff as well. And believe me, in the next 2 to 3 years, there is going to be huge demand for SAP. Why? The reason is following. SAP's old system, which was referred as ECC, SAP ECC, that they are going to discontinue, which means that everybody will have to go to the latest one. Now, if I may tell you that there are probably uh, 400,000 customers of SAP, so roughly everybody need to go to S4, and hardly 25 to 30 percent of those customers have moved on to S4, which is the latest ERP. So rest of them need to go. So in the next 5 to 6 years, you would see a huge demand for SAP consultants, SAP data migration guys, SAP programmers, SAP Fiori developers, SAP functional consultants, technical consultants, architects, SAP administrators. And this is what I am seeing. Probably I might be completely wrong, but my intuition says that SAP, workforce demands are going to increase. And where most of the people are coming into SAP, if you look at it, in every organization, you will find several of the Indians who are doing this SAP work, consultants, administrators, developers. So in Hyderabad, the place Amirpet, that's a SAP Center of Excellence. Everybody learns from there. And in Bangalore, there are several places, but now these days it's online. But I personally recommend that we invest time and effort directly from the right sources of SAP rather than spending time and effort by paying somebody, because everything is explained here. And even whatever they are going to explain, they are going to learn from it. Now, one more important aspect I would like to touch here is that don't think that we do not have a lot of experience and expertise. You don't have to worry about that, because the entire workforce of 100,000 plus people of SAP, they are also going through exactly the same training, same learning journeys as SAP is offering others. So we are starting at the same level. It's a level field is already set up, because it's the new technology. They also have to learn. There are at least 6 or 7 big products or big technology components that have been introduced by SAP in the last 1 year or so. So their resources are also learning. Their resources are also getting certified. Their resources are also following exactly the same learning journeys. So don't think that you are behind. What will happen. Maybe you do not have a lot of expertise, you do not have experience. Guys, what is required now, what future workloads would be looking at is that, do you understand the subject? Do you have a certification? Have you done some practice? If yes, let's go on, because for everybody it is first time. Such as business data cloud, it is a first time thing, and nobody is going to have 10 years of experience in business data cloud, because it is launched only this year. Nobody is going to have 5 years of experience in Joule, because it's been launched only last year. So you understand my point. My point is that this is the time for us to invest into the right field, and go through these learning curves. Once you learn specific stuff, start networking it via LinkedIn. You would definitely find good jobs, and people are looking at somebody who has done some practicals. And by the way, as part of these learning journeys and certifications, there are also several practicals as well, such as if you have to implement something, if you have to develop something, there are practicals also available. And all of this is free except the certification you will have to. And don't apply for the certification. Don't go for the certification unless you have done some of the mock tests. There are several mock tests that are available publicly in the market. Go through the mock tests, and get yourself acquainted first, and then go for a certification, because certification is going to be very, very strict. They are going to check that thoroughly it is you who is doing the certification, and it's going to be quite comprehensive certification. It's not going to be multiple choice or some fill in the blanks. It's going to be comprehensive in terms of not short answers, but in terms of comprehensive answers that you need to choose as part of the multiple choice. So that's how it is going to be. But I firmly believe that the youth, or even those pros that have spent some time in the market pursuing their careers, they need to choose a differentiating careers for themselves, because AI is something that's going to stay. And since SAP strategy is AI first and suite first, I think that if you grow with SAP, you would definitely learn AI as part of that. Be it as part of Joule, be it as part of AI agents, be it as part of BDC, be it as part of integrating with other applications. You are going to, bound to learn AI as part of that. So my recommendation to everybody is that go through these learning journeys, SAP learning journeys. If you go to help portal, you would find that. Even if you have something specific such as Fiori, maybe, let's just check for the Fiori developers. What's it? Clear all. Fiori is front end. Now, what is Fiori? It's a UI5. Maybe there are some of the gas web developers who are pursuing their careers with JavaScript and Node.js and all of that. They can move easily into Fiori. Learn the basics of SAP Fiori. And what is SAP Fiori? Like I said, it is SAP UI5. And there are many people who are investing into React, Node.js, and all of that. They can easily move into SAP Fiori because there will be demand. And there's already demand, for Fiori developers. Even within our organization as well, we are looking for Fiori developers. So we need to transition from there. Now, if let's suppose that you say, no, I'm not the developer, but probably a, HR. So what are the opportunities for HR? Okay, now let's look at HR. There are several of them. I think, if you go to HR and people management, core HR and payroll, if somebody would like to understand that, that's also. So bottom line is, for each profile or each role, you would find definitely something significant as part of the SAP portfolio. And I really encourage people to go through that and keep these things handy. Okay, there seems to be some questions. Yeah, what about SAP CPI? Yeah, cloud platform integration is one, but again, you have the cloud connectors via which you do the CPI, cloud platform integration. There are several different adapters that are available. Again, now let's just look at cloud platform. Say integration. You have those ones. I'm just trying to find integrations. By the way, there are several other integrations. It's not necessarily only the cloud platform integration. So developing with the SAP integration suite, this is what is required. And there are different integration methodologies there. But if you go through this, cloud platform integration would be covered as part of that, as far as I know. So what's the clean core? Okay. Understanding API management, cloud integration. These are the things that are available. So everything is available on the website here, which is the learning journeys, and you can learn through that. And when it comes to SAP integration, integrations are provided by the cloud platform integration is one, business accelerator hub is another one. All of them falls under the integration suite. There are different ways and means of doing integration. Earlier there were BAPIs and BADIs via which you could do the integrations or write additional code. That has now been phased out, and most of this thing is using uh, the web services are the APIs, and there are thousands of APIs that are already published on the Business Accelerator Hub. So business, let's just look at this API Hub. Now, if you would like to see what are there on the API Hub, let me just api.sap.com. So that's the website, api.sap.com. That's the Accelerator Hub. Let me just orientate here as well. Now, by the way, there are different versions of SAP. S4 Cloud Private Edition is there, Public Edition is there, and then also on-premise is also there. Now, if we are looking at something for Cloud Public Edition, what are those APIs that are available? You would see here, these are the APIs that are available. SAP subscription billing. Only thing is that you need to understand how to integrate this. You don't have to develop whole integration. So SAP has pre-built all these APIs. Huh? So we don't have to go into the programming of it. Use how are we going to integrate now, such as this one. If you get into that purchase organization, how do you create a purchase organization? Service entry sheet, how do you do that? So if you go into that, you would know how it is. Even you can also develop some of the see here, JSON is already there, so programmers would understand what it is, but you would be able to do that. Even PiLog has also published some of our APIs as well. Now let me just show that. See, PiLog has, our company has also published some of these APIs. PiLog repository, PiLog preferred records, data profiling, auto classification. Uh, so those are the ones that are already published. Now, if you look at that PiLog repository, you go there, you can try out. So it's quite sorted out. It's quite mature platform. We as partners, we are also doing that. Now let me also tell you what are the different things. Partner edge.sap.com. So how can you be a partner as well? You can be a partner. Let me just say partner.sap.com. So there are different partners. Now let me, sorry, become a partner. Now, if there is an organization who would like to become the partner, there are, about quite a few partnerships. Now, such as, if you look at it, building solutions, if you would like to build some of the solutions, then there is a program called SAP Partner Edge Build. If you are selling solutions, then you have a sell track, and which is a sell. So Partner Edge Sell. If you would like to service it, then it is Partner Edge Service. If you would like to run some of the solutions, under your portfolio on any of the hyperscalers or as offer as a SaaS product, then you have run. So there are different. Now let's suppose selling solutions. And by the way, SAP is also now offering very, very good incentives to sellers. If you would like to become a sell partner, even not just your products, but also any of the SAP products that you are selling, I think they have introduced 10%. 10% is quite significant amount because the deal sizes are hundreds of thousands of dollars for SAP. So if you become a sell partner, you can also do that. And how to become a sell partner? You have this one already. What kind of employees is that you must have, what kind of specific roles that you need to have as part of that, what certifications that you require, what is the strategic alignment or market positioning, and what is your go to market strategy. All of this, if you go through that, then you would be also be able to become a partner. I'm also pasting here for those people who are interested to become partners of SAP. So I would like to take some questions if there are. Hmm. Will this recording be shared? It will be shared. Is there any option like sandbox to practice and learn? Like I said, if you go into a learning.sap.com, wherever there is a practical, you actually go through the practical, and you can also access their um, training systems as well. So you need to apply for that. You can get into it, and you will be able to actually learn directly on their platforms, which is a cloud platform. Okay, so you don't need anything on your side. It's just the access to that. Links being shared. Then, okay, I shared my journey with Odoo ERP. I know that SAP has more suited. How SAP differs from Odoo, so that makes it. Okay, Mr. Faisal, very quick thing. Go on to Gemini or that, and if you can ask the same question, how SAP differs from Odoo, you will get comprehensive one. But let me just summarize it. SAP is more matured ERP solution wherein you don't need lot of customizations. Lot of things are pre-built. Whereas as far as I know, Odoo has got basic features and easy to customize, easy to develop. So total cost of ownership of Odoo will be much lesser. However, for the larger organizations, Odoo is not a suitable platform. I know of at least 3 or 4 organizations who have taken Odoo, and they are suffering now because of the organization's size as well as the diversity of the business what they have. So that's the quick answer. There are other questions. Any other questions? We have got 5 minutes. Does SAP fresher get more opportunities? As long as you are SAP certified, you are bound to get lot of traction and lot of opportunities. In SAP, I mean, most of the guys are freshers now. SAP has let about 15,000 people go between last year and this year. And next year another 6 7,000 are leaving. So those who could not upskill themselves and who has a age limit, they are leaving, they are being let go. And then rest of the new workforce is being also recruited. So 15,000 are also coming, or 9,000 has already come in between last year and this year at SAP, which I am witnessing. So everybody is going through the same courses and same certifications. So even freshers can take the certifications. No issues with that. No age limit whatsoever. If you are, let us suppose, having 20 years of experience or 30 years of experience in supply chain management or HR or financial management or anything, then you can switch your career as well, because you are not going to lose out on your experience. Only thing is that you are going to learn the new platform, new business processes, how SAP handles it. So there's no age limit. As long as you would like to pursue your career as a consultant, um, or an architect or an administrator, uh, or a data analyst, you would be able to. First of all, what I suggest is that, to answer Abdul here, is that first you go through the learning journeys. Once you are done with it, I think the cost of certification for 3 certifications, because they are not allowing single certifications at this point in time. For 3 certifications, it's about 50,000 or so, with all the discounts and that, for 3 certifications. So in a year, you can do 3 certifications in a year, and that is how roughly it is at this point in time. And if you are working for an organization and that organization is a partner, then you would also get some discounts. Some partner discounts are there, that you can avail. Okay, and then what more? Okay. Then there's another one. Every time SAP or Oracle ERP claim that they would not further support on-premise, but every time the support is extended, yeah, they do it because that's what is their strategy. I don't think that they are going to stop on-premise completely. However, if you would like to utilize the capabilities of AI cannot be developed and deployed only for on-premises. That's the reason they are always recommending it to be on cloud. So if you do not want to have AI as part of your applications, then you can remain on-premise, but then you cannot complain that, sorry, I am not able to leverage this or that. Until SLMs, which is the small language models are becoming popular and stable, I don't think that AI can be deployed on premise for each of the solutions. That's the reason. In recruitment, if you have it, success factors is the module that you can look at, uh, which would, if you become a success factor consultant, then you would have a lot of opportunities, because every organization would have HR or human capital management, SQL analyst, Power BI, Python. Yeah, you can become a SAP. So what are the things? SAP Analytics Cloud, SAP Business Data Cloud. Those are the two products that you can invest in, and you will definitely have high returns on that if you are a Power BI or data analyst. Then those are the two products from SAP that I highly recommend. And both of them have got 100% backing from the board of the SAP. They would like those two products to be successful. Okay, any other questions? SAP Boards. SAP Boards is not available. Boards has been, has been stopped from new releases. SAP Boards is now replaced with SAP DataSphere and SAP HANA Migration Cockpit. Those are the three things that SAP boards has been replaced with. And also there are some partner products such as PiLog. PiLog is SAP strategic partner for data migration, data integration, data quality, data governance. PiLog is officially a strategic partner, and we have a data migration platform that has replaced SAP boards, which was the business objects data services. I mean, so that is now been. I have not seen the releases for the past 4-5 years already. Okay, applications production support and to switch to SAP security. SAP security GRC is okay, but still now the SAP cloud security is something that is there. So if you can go for Kudrat SAP cloud security, there are a lot of courses that are available on Learning Hub. That would be great. So if there are no further, PIPO is going to be sunset. SAP Business Accelerator Hub is the right way, Sufyan. So SAP Business Accelerator Hub is something that you need to invest, and SAP Cloud Integration, which is the Cloud Platform Integration CPI, is something that you need to. And there are some certifications that are quite good, that give you good exposure of what kind of different integrations that you can do. We have at our organization already a couple of them who are SAP integration, cloud integration certified developers. Now you go through the Learning Hub. Learning Hub is the right one. Yeah, AI is there everywhere. Be it success factors. So, recruiting agents are there, talent acquisition agents are there, payroll agents are there. So AI is embedded at every layer, within every layer of SAP. SAP Basis is still there. However, you need to do SAP Cloud ERP administration more than Basis, because Basis used to be in huge demand when it was on premise, but now it is cloud ERP. So you would see a lot of traction for the cloud ERP administration rather than just the Basis, because I don't think that Basis is going to stand alone on its own. It's going to be combined with cloud security. It's going to be combined with others, because a lot of those functions are already managed by SAP Cloud ERP itself, be it private cloud or public cloud. So why do you need somebody to manage it? It is already been managed by the hyperscaler providers as well as SAP themselves. So you would have very less option to grow in that Basis at this point in time. Okay. Right then. Thank you very much, Dr. Safsab.
Jazakallah khair, Dr. Imad Syed. So any last questions from the audience? So, okay, Dr. Sahab, we can close this session. Thanks, everyone. Assalamu alaikum.